The Arctic, a vast, silent expanse of white, ruled by ice and wind, where survival is a daily struggle. In the mid-20th century, this frozen wilderness became a front line in the Cold War. The shortest route for bombers and missiles between the US and Soviet Union ran straight over the North Pole, making the Arctic a strategic hotspot. Military planners saw not a wasteland, but a potential highway for nuclear war. To control the Arctic was to control the high ground in a new era of warfare. The challenge: how to maintain a military presence where the environment itself is the enemy. The Arctic became a laboratory for survival, forcing innovation in technology and human endurance. Engineers and soldiers face questions never asked before. How do you keep a radar station running at -50? How do you power a post hundreds of miles from civilization? The Arctic demanded new thinking, and in this crucible, remarkable survival secrets were forged. Here, necessity and respect for nature's power drove some of the most enduring innovations of the Cold War. The Arctic's military significance was dictated by geography and the logic of the nuclear age. The shortest path between the US and Soviet Union was over the polar ice cap, turning the Arctic into the central corridor of a potential World War III. The West built the distant early warning line, radar stations stretching from Alaska to Greenland to detect incoming threats. The Soviets mirrored this with their own northern network of bases and listening posts. The region became a militarized chessboard, where the real adversary was often the environment itself. For those stationed there, survival meant battling the cold, the wind, and the isolation as much as any human foe. In the Arctic, the cold is a relentless saboteur of technology. At -50, metal shatters, rubber cracks, and diesel fuel turns to wax. Lubricants thicken, batteries lose power, and even starting an engine becomes a monumental task. Radios and flashlights, lifelines in the dark, could fail without warning. Diesel generators, the backbone of remote power, needed heated shelters and constant maintenance. A single failure could plunge a base into darkness, with help days away. The Arctic exposed a critical weakness: modern technology's dependence on a narrow range of temperatures. Keeping an outpost running was a constant battle against the elements. The need for a new reliable power solution became urgent. The answer would come from an old scientific principle, reborn for the age of extremes. The breakthrough came from the Seebeck effect, discovered in 1821, where a temperature difference between two metals creates electricity. For years, it was a scientific curiosity, but new semiconductor materials made it practical. By combining hundreds of tiny junctions, scientists created the thermoelectric generator, or TG. Its genius: no moving parts, no oils, no rubber, nothing to freeze or break. The TG could operate at -50, as long as one side stayed hot. This solid-state simplicity meant unmatched reliability in the Arctic. Where diesel generators failed, TEGs thrived, powered by the laws of physics. An old idea reborn, ready to meet the Arctic's challenge. In the Arctic, cold is free and abundant, the perfect partner for a TEG. All that's needed is a small flame, propane, kerosene or natural gas, to heat one side, while the other side is chilled by the Arctic air. The greater the temperature difference, the more power produced. TEGs could run for months or years, with minimal maintenance, needing only fuel. Unlike diesel generators, TEGs required no heated shelters, no complex systems, and no constant attention. They were silent, clean, and could be dropped by helicopter into the most remote locations. This set-it-and-forget-it power source enabled a network of automated, unmanned facilities across the Arctic. Radio relays, weather stations and beacons could now operate where humans could not. The TEG was more than a power source. It was the quiet hero of the Arctic Cold War. It made the impossible possible. TEGs revolutionized Arctic operations. Coast Guard beacons, once reliant on batteries, now shone year-round on a single tank of propane. Remote radio relays kept vital communications open, no matter the weather. Automated weather stations collected crucial data, improving forecasts and safety. Emergency beacons powered by TEGs became lifelines for downed pilots and lost explorers. Even in manned outposts, TEGs served as critical backups, providing light, communication, and life support if the main generator failed. In the Arctic, a small silent TEG could mean the difference between life and death. It was the ultimate insurance policy against the cold. The Cold War is over, but the Arctic's lessons endure. In a world obsessed with complex technology, the TEG reminds us of the power of simplicity. The most reliable tool is often the one with the fewest points of failure. Modern survivalists and off-grid enthusiasts can learn from this. When the battery dies or the sun doesn't shine, simple, robust solutions matter most. Today, portable TEGs can charge phones or radios from a campfire, using the same principle that powered the Dew line. Engineers should remember, durability and reliability are as important as innovation. The Arctic proved that the ultimate test of technology is survival in the harshest conditions. Simplicity, not complexity, is often the true winner. The Arctic's Cold War story is a testament to human adaptability and the wisdom of simplicity. When pushed to the limit, the most effective solutions are often the most basic. The TEG turned the Arctic's greatest challenge, cold, into its greatest asset. In crisis, robust, repairable tools and simple strategies endure. The TEG stands as a symbol of this truth, working with nature, not against it. As we face new challenges, let's remember the quiet power of the simple and reliable. Sometimes the most powerful tool is a brilliant, uncomplicated idea. If you enjoyed this journey into Arctic survival, don't forget to subscribe, like and share for more fascinating stories. Your support helps us bring more incredible content to you.